Well, welcome to the channel, Dr. JWA, theologist since 1994. We've been doing the life of Muhammad and the verified revelation structure of the people of the book. One way or another, we've made it in one piece to episode 40. The degeneration of the Muslim under obedience. The decline does not announce itself. It settles quietly. The Muslim listener still appears functional and still performs obedience, still repeats the religious language, still protects the image. But beneath the inner life, something's deteriorating. In the previous episode, exhaustion, nobody named, kept spreading beneath visible discipline inside Muhammad's developing Islamic ideological system. And in this episode, the pressure exposes another consequence: personal, sinful degeneration under obedience. Because when outward submission becomes a measure of righteousness in a religious structure, inward corruption can keep continuing decaying the person while the religious performance remains intact. And for the Muslim inside the Islamic ideological authority structure, it begins changing slowly. Less honest, more guarded, less tender, more suspicious, less free, more controlled. And not because the outer routine of the Islamic principles collapse, but because the inner condition remained unresolved while the performance kept demanding loyalty. And this is where degeneration becomes dangerous in religious institutions. It can hide beneath the discipline. It can wear religious language. It can appear obedient while inwardly producing bitterness, secret appetite, hostility, and moral fatigue. Muhammad's Islamic ideological system, initially to get off the ground, to gain influence, associated itself with the people of the book. But the problem with it was, it didn't understand the principles, the sacred holy principles of the people of the book. And the sacred meanings that were carried among the people of the book were concerned with stopping inward corruption of sin itself. And that distinction becomes unavoidable for the Muslim now. Because the people of the book repeatedly warned that externally managed righteousness cannot stop inward corruption from playing out. And where righteousness becomes performance, while it appears to conquer sin, the opposite is true. Sin overcomes the performer, the religious performer. It's aroused, strengthened. It's concealed. And eventually defended beneath religious identity itself, sin then seizes opportunity, manifesting through sexual uncleanness, hidden appetite continuing beneath visible religious discipline, resentment, bitterness hardening where honesty has been suppressed too long, and control, pressure used to preserve appearance, obedience, and ideological safety. And that is the warning carried among the people of the book. Externally managed righteousness may regulate behaviour for the most part publicly, but privately sin keeps spreading wherever these desires remain hidden, where temptation remains unresolved, where fear governs honesty and inward corruption survives beneath religious identity. And the people expose this danger directly. In Romans 7 writing, sin seizes opportunity through the things we think we need to do or not do to make God happy or stop him from being sad. There has to be a mediator. And for the people of the book, that was the Messiah. The Islamic ideology doesn't have a Messiah, it has a messenger. And that leaves Islam in a very vulnerable position relative to the manifestations of sin within it. The Qur'anic submission structure repeatedly reinforces obedience beneath Allah and the Messenger, not the Messiah. Quran 4:59 reads, "Obey Allah and obey the Messenger." No mention of the Messiah, Christ. And that reinforcement, negligent of the Messiah, matters because when visible obedience becomes the proof of spiritual legitimacy, inner degeneration can remain unnamed for years and wreak havoc for years. A Muslim learns how to look faithful while becoming colder. A family learns how to preserve honour while hiding corruption. The Islamic community learns how to defend the structure while ignoring what the structure is producing inside its own people. And eventually another thought begins forming inside the Muslim listener. If obedience keeps increasing, but inward corruption keeps spreading, what is actually being made holy? The words continue, the posture remains, the image survives. But inwardly, degeneration has already begun eating through the Muslim community, the Islamic ideology, beneath the surface, beneath the obedience. And the difference between the messenger and Messiah is where the roads go separate ways. I'm Dr. J.W. Ayub, theologist since 1994. Like, subscribe, comment to educate me, and share the video to help somebody else. Bye for now.